So this is a good example of a question that can be a time sink, and you can waste a lot of time in this question. So maybe a good idea to skip this one, but the best way to do this question is to actually start with these conditions and say that the selling price is S rupees per kilo, and then the cost is also, let's say, C rupees per kilo for this mixture. So our first condition that she needs to make a profit of 1752 would be 24 kilos times the profit per kilo, which would be the difference, equal to 1752. So that's our first equation, and I'll simplify that one. Divided by 24. So we get S minus C is 73. Now the next one is that she sells 4 kilograms of this mixture at the marked price. So her revenue would be 4S, and for the remaining 20 kilo, she sells it at a 20% discount. So again, would be 20 kilos times 0.8S, because she's selling it at a 20% discount. And the cost would still be 24C, and that needs to be equal to 744. So if you simplify that, this would be 16S. You'll get 20S minus 24C is 744. So here we have two equations and two unknowns. So we can simplify this by dividing by 4. And 744 divided by 4, that's 186. And since I'm interested in the cost, I'll eliminate S. Because eventually it's about figuring out the almonds part. So this would be 5 times 73. So I'm using calculator for these. So 365 plus 5C minus 6C is equal to, let's see, I think this is not 18C. Yeah, you can't make these kind of mistakes. This is 186. So 186. So that means C, I'm going to move that to the other side, is 365 minus 185, minus 186, sorry, 179. So that's our mixture cost in rupees per kilo. Now we'll come back to this condition that she bought 4 kg of cashews. So if the cost of cashews is C rupees per kilogram, this would be her total cost. That of peanuts is P rupees per kilo, and almonds is 6A rupees per kilo. So this is the total cost in rupees. And if I divide this by 24, this would be the cost in rupees per kilo. Now we're also given this condition that 7 kg cashews, that means 7C is equal to 30P equal to 9A. Now I will write everything in terms of A, because eventually we need to figure out the amount in rupees she spent in buying almonds, which is 6A. So we're looking for 6A. So C is 9A over 7, and P is 9A over 30. So that's what I will be substituting here, 4 times. So I'll just first calculate this numerator. Plus 14, 9A over 30, plus 6A. And that divided by 24. So we'll see if we can reduce each one of these so that I can deal with more manageable fractions. 6. So this becomes 3A over 14. Here, 3, 8. Of course, if you make a mistake here, then that would be impossible to recover from. 3, 10. So 7A over 40. Because eventually the answer has to come out nice. A over 4. So if I multiply this by 10 over 10, so this is 10A over 40, so 17A over 40 plus 3A over 14. And we can just multiply these out, doing the easier way. 560, and then that would be 120A plus 17 times 14, 238A, which is 358A over 560 divided by 2. I get 179A. That's a good sign because I have a 179 here over 280. So this is our cost per kilogram. And we know that that came out to be 179. That means A is 280. And what we're looking for is 6A. So this is our answer. 280 times 6, which is 1680. So yeah, this is a mess of a question. And if you make a mistake anywhere like I made here, then you have no chance of recovering. And so this would probably, I don't think I'll get this question right in the exam, or in the first place. I'll probably skip just kind of after reading this for 20 seconds. And that's also very important for the CAT because, as you know, you can get a 99th percentile with just 9 or 10 questions. So you have about 12 questions that you can sidestep. So this is a good candidate. So, but I would still urge you to be able to do all of this because this may help you in other questions as well. So to summarize, the answer is C.